Welcome again. Purpose of this video, this slide, is to see an example of what the change of variables in multivariable actually means in geometry. So here we have, question is find the image of S under the given transform, where S is all U and V, all tuples UV, such that U varies from 0 to 3 and V varies from 0 to 2. And the question we ask is, if for each, if we define X as a function of U and V and Y as a function of U and V, okay, and then in XY variable, in XY plane, what is this rectangle transform into? Let me be more specific. So what you have is two sets of variables, U and V and X and Y. So what you need to do is make two axes, two sets of axes, UV axis and XY axis. So let's do that. Okay, I don't need the arrow down. Let's make the arrow up. Okay, so let's say that is UV axis. Okay, and then let's make another set of axes for X and Y. Okay, so this is for X and Y. Okay, now the set S is given in terms of U and V. So set S isn't a set in UV plane. It says U is going from 0 to 3 and V is going from 0 to 2. Okay, so what that means is we are looking at a rectangular region in a UV plane. So let's mark the axis with, let's say this is U is 1, U is 2, U is 3. Okay, and along V, let's say this is 1, it's 2. It's 1, 2, 3. V is 1, 2. Okay, what we have is a rectangular region. Let me use a ruler. Okay. Okay, so the question we are asking in this slide is, if for each point UV, okay, for each point UV, if we create a point XY, okay, if we create X as a function of U and V and Y as a function of U and V, then this point UV in UV plane will get associated with some point XY in the XY plane. Okay, so the question we ask is, what shape this rectangle will take in XY plane? Okay, in answer to these questions are not very difficult to answer. Generally, looking at the boundaries should be sufficient. Okay, so let's label the boundaries of the rectangle in UV plane with, let's say, the corners by A, B, C, D. Okay, so let's duplicate this page and create some space. Okay, so let's I want to that formula. We don't need this anymore for some time. Okay, let's go up. Okay, rectangle. Let's erase that question mark as well. Okay, so first you can ask the question, what should be the image of the line AB with along this transformation? So what should be the image of line AB with the transform equation that x is, that's given up, x is 2u plus 3v, and y is u minus v. Okay, so let's set that question aside, keep it separate. Okay. So what do we know about AB? On the line AB, it's on the UV plane. On the line AB, we can see that V has to be 0. So on AB, we know that the V is identically 0. Okay, and V is identically 0 and U is in between 0 and 3. Okay, so what you do is look at the formula for x and y, okay, and replace V equal to 0 and U going from 0 to 3, and let's see what happens. Okay, so then you get that, so x was 2u plus 3v, but in this case v is equal to 0, so it becomes 2u. Okay, and similarly y was u minus v, but v is equal to 0, so y becomes u. Okay, so can you guess what are we looking at when x is 2u, y is u, and u is going from 0 to 3? It should be a line. So it's a parametric line where the parameter is u and with the slope 2. It's a line, and what is the starting point of the line? For u equal to 0, we get it's a straight line. For u equal to 0, we get x and y is, so x is also 0, 0. And for u is equal to 3, we get x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 3. So you get 6 and 3. So let's mark the axis of x and y axis with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Similarly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This thing, the image of the line AB is a straight line going from 0, 0 to 6, 3. So it will be somewhere around this. Okay, and then you similarly calculate the image of the line AD, line DC, line BC. Okay, so let's duplicate the space and create some space for editing. Okay, then we ask the question, the image of line AB under the transformation x is equal to u. Image of the line AD under the transformation that x is 2u plus 3v and y is u minus v. Okay, now we ask image of line segment AD, but I will not write segment. Okay, what do we know on AD? On AD, u is 0 and v is going from 0 to 2. Okay, so you again bring back the formula for x and y. Now x was 2u plus 3v, but now u is 0, so x becomes 3v. And similarly, y was u minus v, but u is equal to 0, so it becomes minus v. Okay, so now here we have a parameterization. X is equal to 3v and y is equal to minus v, and v is going from 0 to 2. So what we have is an equation of a line, parametric equation of a line. X is 3v, y is minus v, and you can find out you can simply plot the line by pinpointing the starting point and the ending point. Okay, so for u equal to 0, for v equal to 0, we get xy is 0, 0, and for v is equal to 2, we get xy is 6 minus 2. Okay, so mark the point 0, 0 and 6 minus 2. 0, 0, and what is the 6 minus 2 would be? So let's call it so the point here is 6 minus 2 would be around somewhere around here. Okay, so the image of the line AD, I believe, would be this. Okay, so let's keep labeling the points in xy coordinates and the uv coordinate as same. So that point is A in the xy coordinate, that point was B in the xy coordinate, and this point is D in the xy coordinate. Okay, so if you keep repeating this process, if you keep repeating this process, once you find the image of the line DC and BC as well, what you will realize that the image of this rectangle in the xy coordinate becomes a parallelogram. Okay, so repeat the process for line DC and BC. And BC, we get that the image of the rectangle ABCD in UV coordinate, you get that image of rectangle ABCD is a parallelogram in xy coordinates. Okay, and what coordinate, what parallelogram will be? So you can simply complete this parallelogram. Okay, all you have to do is just complete this parallelogram. Something like that. Okay, and that point will be the image of C. Okay, so this completes the question that if u is varying from 0 to 3 and v is varying from 0 to 2, and with this transformation that x is 2u plus 3v and y is u minus v, what new shape we will get in xy coordinate? The answer is this rectangle becomes this parallelogram. Okay.